Hello, I am the Dark Master, and welcome back to my LEGO reviews. This time we'll be reviewing set number 70667, Kai's Blade Cycle and Zane's Snowmobile. Released in Ninjago's Legacy Wave. It comes with 4 minifigures and 376 pieces. This set, like all Legacy sets, is a remake of a previous set, but this set is an odd one out. It actually remakes 1.5 sets. This time it is a reimagining of the 2012 set number 9441, Kai's Blade Cycle and Zane's Snowmobile from set number 9445, Fangpire Truck Ambush. So it's a bit of a mishmash, but in kind of a good way. Starting with the minifigures, they are Kai, Zane, Spitta, and Lasha. Let's start with Kai, the ninja of fire. Kai retains his movie face, this time wearing the new ninja hood molded in red and darker red for the bandana. The torso printing is really nice with a golden dragon on his robes and legs. The feet have the typical foot printing. The back printing is okay too, though, like the previous set, it is partially covered by the hood. Zane is a little more new. Firstly, his new hood is molded in white and gray, with the gray being the bandana. His eyes are gray, which I think looks a little cooler than the original blue eyes, but that's just me. His back printing is different, with a golden dragon not encircling his elemental sign. Rather, it's on the bottom, different from Kai. But before climbing up his torso, which is awesome too. The villains are something else, though. Lasha just keeps showing up. First re-released in the Skybound wave, but here the face is so weird and ugly. The large nostrils, I think, work the worst. He still has the injured eye, but otherwise could pass as a completely different character. Useful for army building, but still kind of weird. He still uses the same Cobra hairpiece, though. I really wish that they used some of the other Serpentine tribes other than just the Venomorai and the Anacondri, but that's just me. Helping differentiate the new Lasha is his torso printing, completely ditching the red of the previous Venomorai and is trading it for tan chest scales and silver armor. The regular green scales are more spotted than before, but go down to the feet and leg printing, which is shared between him and Spitta. Lasha still has the vials of venom, but they are black now, with skull printing. As he wields a whole new weapon called the Short Serpentine Dagger. Moving on to the second villain is Spitta. Spitta uses the same headpiece as the original that can be rotated around and honestly still looks cool. His torso and arms are dark green, unlike Lasha, which Spitta in comparison has more scales. This is even more evident on the back torso printing. He also has just a single Venomorai venom vial, unlike his fellow cohort, and wields a long serpentine dagger, which is more like a sai than a dagger, but they come up with funny names. Anyway, it's time to go over the main build. Starting with Kai's Blade Cycle, I never got the original, so I'll be judging it its own merits. Once again, this is an oversized bike, and I know a lot of people dislike oversized bikes, but it does have a nice function. If you press the sides, the blades come out. Aside from that, the color scheme is pretty decent, if a little generic with the fire-based reds, and the Orisa stickers may annoy some other people as well. But overall, this is probably the weaker of the two vehicles, but I still enjoy it. Zane's snowmobile is a bit more unique as it has a blade in front that it slides on, being a snowmobile. The function is simpler than the other, however, as it is simply a pair of stud shooters that shoot trans blue studs. I feel like the overuse of blue detracts from it, as it's supposed to be an ice vehicle. I really think they could have used either the light blue or some other color, but overall it's pretty good. There's also less gold, which helps it fit better than the Kai's. Overall, I really think Zane's vehicle is pretty cool, though he has to stand up to drive, which is a bit weird because how many people stand up when they're driving a car or a motorcycle? There's also a few side builds, like just um sitting there on the side. Two of them are united by a trans neon green chain that can be used to crash the Ninja. The first build is a lamppost with a minifigure head in transparent red and a paint roller. The next one is a box which holds TNT, and the final build is a shrine which holds the Sword of Fire, which once again is an excellent mold and actually the only one that still retained its original appearance. It looks cool, this shrine, especially with the purple snakes. I always like to see them released in new colors, and these will definitely be useful in mocking. Of note, there's this new strange wand thing that can be used to pose and swirl around minifigures. They utilize a new specialized piece, which are pretty useless outside the context of this spinner wand. Overall, it's a weird addition, and I don't really see the point of it. Sure, it's cool, but I don't really have an opinion on it. Probably not worth the pieces, but overall, it's harmless, I guess. In conclusion, how is this set? The main builds are nice, and the two minifigures are cool, but I feel like the side builds are like meh and completely unnecessary. And one of the Serpentine just looks completely off. He looks so odd. Honestly, I wish they wouldn't rely so much on this tribe as opposed to the other tribes. But some people have pointed out to me that because the Serpentine are green, they generally fit better with the whole Serpentine look. And my counter argument to that is they've never really had a unified theme. It's really just something that showed up in later waves. But overall, this was a nice set. I recommend you buy it if you can find it. And remember, this has been my LEGO reviews. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe if you want more.